Deep in the Arctic Ocean lies a hidden city that was lost to myths, a place where toys were thought to reside when they lost their shape in the darkness of the open waters. But they are not shapeless. They survive. The currents of the Arctic bring toys from all over the world to a deep crevice lit by the occasional waterproof flashlight. Caves and tunnels are built into the walls of the crevice, protected from predators by netting made of plastic soda can holders and strips of plastic bags. Sturdier toys, like non-mechanical action figures and puppets, stand guard outside using picnic utensils and fishing hooks as weapons to ward off the ever-present anglerfish. You three are guards that protect the toy-made tunnels of Toylantis. We're back at it again with Threadbare.
Nice!
Hi, guys!
Wonderful. I'm so glad we're back here.
ToysRyou Season 2!
Season
Is an
Time
interesting
to do
word.
these stupid toys again, because I'm not gonna lie, last time was so peak humor just because of high stupidity levels. I loved it.
So, this campaign starts off pretty quickly because there's been some big commotion going on. The prince has been kidnapped.
Oh!
Yeah.
Damn, just run out of the game!
Toylantis is a monarchy?
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's Toylantis.
Terry didn't die for this.
Terry's not dead!
Terry's alive.
So my statement that Terry didn't die for this remains true.
So you guys, because you are guards, are summoned to the main courtroom. And you are now all standing in front of the queen, who is named Vivian.
Wait, are
should
they
we-
blaming us because somebody got out with the prince?
No, they are not blaming you.
Okay,
Are we not gonna introduce our characters?
I'm sure that will happen in a moment.
We're having the intro
Be
cutscene.
patient.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are now standing in the courtroom in front of Queen Vivian. And now you can introduce yourselves.
Wait, I want to know what Vivian looks like.
Okay.
Yes.
Vivian is a Barbie doll, and she is standing on like a plastic golden throne, and she is wearing king's robes that look like they're supposed to be made for a Ken doll, but she has resewn them to fit her.
Nice.
I will say I was disappointed when you didn't make her a mermaid Barbie. I was very disappointed.
I
No.
do appreciate it that all of the Barbies that have been introduced are all like anti-gender roles, which is really funny
course they
considering
are.
just Barbie in general.
Wait till you see her son.
Oh, lovely.
Barbie has literally every, occupation, regardless
Yeah.
of how.
I know it does. It's very stereotypical, like the girl toy. I
Are
think
we
it's
also
neat
not
that
gonna
they're.
talk about Ken, the gay Ken doll?
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, I'm counting them.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about
No,
the history.
Like
no,
the
there's a-
IRL gay Ken doll that was
Oh.
made and put on stores, and
Sure.
they didn't even know that it was gay coded until,
No, they
Yeah.
didn't know.
My love goes out to gay Ken, but like, let's play this
Continue.
game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
I just made mine, so I'll go first.
All right.
Okay, so I am playing the mecha class again. This time I'm doing Dollface, and I'm playing a character named Floofy. However, as following the theme that I did last time, I'm playing for my own show. Floofy is one of those toys that they change color in water. So above water, Floofy looks like a Pomeranian, and it's a small one about hand size, but when dipped in water, their coloring and expression turns into Beastie from Eden's Grove. They are scuffed up around their noses and their feet, the bottom of their paws, and they have a red collar attached to them. So that's Floofy. They look like Beastie from Eden's Grove.
Hell yeah.
absolutely adorable.
Do you want to say your ties?
Ties, yes.
Wait, do we want to do that after everyone's introduced?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Rowan, you want to go?
Sure. Well, actually, do we want Riley to go?
I
No.
would like to go last.
Okay. Alright. Well, I am not playing a MXP reference. I am playing a mecha as well, and mine is the rock solid form, and mine is a grow in water toy, not the foam ones, the plasticky, like, stiff ones. Except its torso is pinched diagonally by, like, a plastic ring, like a milk bottle cap. Because before it grew up, it got stuck, so it's kind of deformed. But it is an orange T-Rex dinosaur that is probably about,
Like a foot?
maybe a foot tall, yeah. Maybe a little bigger than a foot tall.
Maybe a little shorter than a foot because he's pinched diagonally.
I mean, that's just, like, from the shoulder to the underneath the other arm.
He would be over a foot tall, but now he is just a foot.
I'd say, like, a foot and a half from his nose to his tail.
Oh, okay, if we're going that direction, yeah.
Diagonally, yeah. Anyway, his name is Harold.
Hi, Harold.
Hi, Harold.
All right, Riley. Please introduce your characters. All
Okay,
of them.
so
Do they each have names?
no, they are
Okay.
they are a hive mind.
To
Okay,
explain.
so I would love to explain. I am also keeping up with the bit of playing toy versions of previous season characters. I also went from Eden's Grove, and I am playing what I'm calling the Crawlers, which are a bunch of tiny little plastic models of the Fresno Nightcrawlers from Eden's Grove. They are really, really small.
How small?
Like, you could probably fit 3 in the palm of your hand.
Okay, so like an
Are
inch.
these, like, plastic babies small?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
exactly like the little
no!
ornamental baby.
I like that you say
The little-
ornamental, like those things aren't absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, but they're sold as ornament. Anyway, they were these little models that were given to a child on a boat, and the child, when they were playing with them, threw them each one by one over the edge of the boat because they liked the plunk sound that they made when they hit the water. So
How many do you have?
there are 12 of them. They all share one consciousness, and their name is... They will not be making that sound. Their name is the Crawlers, and they speak like sickly children from a horror movie. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now we can do ties.
All right, what are your guys' relations to each other?
I would also like to go last this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just go in the same
I
order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Reese, you go.
So Floofy admires Harold's tail mainly because Floofy's tail is a little stump
Aw.
and Harold's is like nice and long. So, and then Floofy also loves to play with the Crawlers. They're such a good sport because they're like closer to the Floofy's size. Like they're small, but so is Floofy. So then Floofy can play with them. Which
Aw.
normally just means kind of stomping in front
Yeah,
of them.
play is a strong word for what they do in that arrangement, but
I'm
know,
imagining how each of you act as guards, and it works really well for Floofy because Floofy would just be a guard dog.
Yep.
I think the Crawlers are there just mostly because there's so many of them, they can do a good job of watching the perimeter, and also they kind of creep everybody out.
Okay.
There's not
Harold's
many
turn.
toys that are night crawlers. Everyone's seen dogs and dinosaurs before, but night
Yeah.
crawlers, that's a new
Their
thing.
beady little eyes.
These weird meat pants.
All right, Harold, what are your ties?
Yeah. Harold says, I love to play with Floofy. They're such a good sport.
No.
And Harold also says, I wish the crawlers cared about me.
All right, crawlers, how you doing?
The Crawlers, for their ties, I'm gonna change the I to we.
That's smart.
We admire Floofy's teeth, and we are envious of Harold because they have arms. And no, I refuse to elaborate on both of these statements.
I will.
Good lord.
I think they speak for themselves, honestly.
Yeah.
Floofy's teeth are painted on forever. They are not real.
So all three of you are in the courtroom of the Queen's castle. It's not a castle. It's dug into the wall of this crevice. And she is frantic because her son has disappeared. And you've gotten a little bit of information from other guards around the perimeter who saw what happened, and she wants you guys to go get him, and she is going to elaborate. Getting in character.
Character, activate. Engaging, character mode.
Oh my god.
Activating, roleplay subroutine. Accessing, Vivian.
Riley, you need to stop so that Jamie can, calm down.
Shut up! Okay.
Vivian, access.
Oh my god! Going
Okay,
to
I'm
go
done.
over there and kill you.
Do it, I dare you.
So, Vivian, she's been, pacing around back and forth, telling guards what to do, and she has been most recently speaking with Daisy and Bee, who are the prince's caretaker, kind of like his babysitter. And they are a pair of light blue tights with daisies and bees speckled across all of it. And she's been speaking with Vivian, trying to figure out what's going on. And she goes back to her chair and sits down tiredly and says, Floofy, Harold, the crawlers, I desperately need you to go find my son. I have been informed by the other guards that he was playing outside and got a little too far and was taken by an anglerfish. And please, I need you to go rescue him.
Yes, Vivian. Yes, Vivian. Yes, Vivian. Yes, Vivian.
Oh no.
Yes,
What is
Vivian.
this? The Nook siblings?
Yes, Vivian.
Timmy and Tommy Nook.
No, Vivian.
Oh!
I feel like, Floofy tries to wag their tail, but since it's a stump and they're all just one part, it wags their entire, body
Oh no.
and goes, of course, Queen Vivian, we'll bring him back. And he's just kind of swaying side to side as a term to say his tail's wagging.
I don't have a voice for Harold. I really want to do the Toy Story T-Rex voice, but
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would hurt.
Thank you. If you need any weapons or any sort to fight it off or any supplies, you're welcome to go to the weapons master. I'm sure she could help you out. Or if you need to take more guards with you, take as many as you need, please.
That will be unnecessary, Vivian. No, that will not be needed. No, thank you, though. I appreciate it.
I think
No,
that sounds pretty necessary.
no, let's all just do a quick, let's just all do a little quick, inventory check. And then they all kind of, gather in a huddle. And then they all turn in unison and go, no, yeah, we're good.
So we can actually get weapons, Jamie?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But because you're not going to be able to get any later, so I'm giving you the option to get some now.
I'm just trying
Okay.
to think what Floofy, how Floofy would do that.
Well, you can, I don't know.
Yeah!
Let's do
I
this.
The only one that's going to be able to is Harold.
So are you guys going?
Doesn't Floofy have a collar?
He does have a collar.
Yeah, they could carry
Yeah, you
it.
can talk to the weapons person.
Okay. Yeah, Floofy
You can
has a
shove it
collar.
through your collar.
Figure
I mean,
something
that's what I
out.
figured Harold would do with the plastic ring. It's basically a sash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
alright.
sash that has pinched them horribly.
We need no weapons. We will be self-sufficient.
I mean, yeah, you have jury rig, so you can, add parts to yourself.
Oh my god. Make some makeshift teeth.
Oh
Sorry.
no. Makeshift
We
chompers.
require no weapons, as we have no arms or clothing.
Let's go to
Alright, so you guys go through the halls, and they're, really well dug out halls. and they're lit by like glow sticks that have to be changed out every once in a while, or like flashlights and stuff, underwater flashlights. And you go down the halls until
beautiful
you reach...
architecture.
You go down the halls until you reach the weapon room. And it's just like, it's full of like plastic knives and forks and like metal straws and stuff like that. Just all hooks, fishing hooks. There's a bunch of stuff like that that could be possibly used as weapons. And you go in and you see this like, this character that is... I just realized I didn't give her a name. Uh-oh.
Weapons Master.
No, yeah,
They are
that's the
known
name.
only as Weapons Master.
Yep, I guess so.
They're like He-Man.
So you see this woman who is like a G.I. Joe type character / like Tomb Raider.
It's Lara Croft.
Kind of,
Lara
yeah.
Croft.
Except like if Lara Croft had the build of a G.I. Joe character. Just this jacked doll.
I would like to propose the name Ranger Rhonda.
Ooh,
I
I like that.
okay.
Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Always a pleasure, Rhonda.
Rhonda, as soon as you appear behind her, the crawlers, she does a spin kick and just flings one of you against the wall.
I feel like with that, Floofy runs up and like kind of, I don't know how tall she is, but does the dog jump up and it's going side to side again, swaying, and it's just like, hi Rhonda, hi Rhonda.
Ah, Floofy, what can I do for you?
Rhonda, you have wounded us.
Oh, get over it. You'll be fine.
Rhonda, he may never move again.
My goodness.
Okay, Harold, we were supposed to get something. What was it? What was it? Harold,
We're here for weapons.
that's it.
Oh, of course. And she goes over to a wall and just kind of gestures at it. She's like, take your pick. Does anything you want?
What do you think is the best for fighting an anglerfish?
Anglerfish. Something stabby.
What does that look like again?
The crawlers have to wonder how any of this would be, useful for the particular types of toys that we all are. It just kind of seems like none of us would be able to wield a sharpened metal spoon.
What does an anglerfish look like again?
Like a nightmare, mostly.
No, I know. Yeah, no, this is Floofy.
'Kay,
I know
so,
what it is. Floofy's a duck.
Floofy, imagine a fish, and then make it horrifying.
It's a fish that's good at math.
We saw the anglerfish.
Oh.
We saw Take the Prince Away.
You did?
You did?
Well, I did. I didn't. I was somewhere else. I did.
Oh, Lord. Rhonda goes over to the wall and is, like, looking among all the weapons and stuff and pulls down, like, a metal knife that's, like, been broken halfway down the sharp end. She's like, I've got a knife.
Prison rules.
Shit, who? Harold, am I gonna carry it? You can carry it.
Are we going with the rules of, like, things that are plastic can still kind of move, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that means we can still, like, grab stuff even though
Because
we don't have
otherwise
moving
the
parts.
crawlers would not be able to walk.
Well, balancing, I mean, like...
I mean, no, I like the idea of them, like, wiggling their little legs.
I have it that Floofy can move the legs a little bit enough to kind of mimic walking, but they can't shake their tail. They can't, like,
Yeah.
bend in the middle.
It's probably different for each toy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm just trying to think of, like, could Harold even hold something? Harold's arms are a
Harold
little
could
small,
hold
but they
something.
could still hold something.
Rhonda, like, thinks for a moment. She's like, well, if you're going after an anglerfish, I don't know if you're going to especially want to fight it, I could get you rope, I could get you... You could bring, the scout with you.
The who? Who's that?
We are unable to do great amounts of violence.
Well, Scout would probably be able to help you out. He's, a submarine. He often goes out on recon missions. And he's able to carry a lot.
Is he the one that plays fetch with me?
I wouldn't know.
Can't remember. I'll know when I see him.
Harold wants to grab a weapon.
Okay. What kind of weapon does Harold want?
Yeah, what were some of them, like...
It's really up to you. She's got a lot.
Yeah, just make one up, I suppose.
Yeah.
A plastic knife, but instead of, like, a picnic knife, it's like those really thick ones for kids' lunches.
Oh.
Where, like, the handle's, like, round instead of flat, and, like...
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
The little ones.
Ooh.
Does that mean I have a stuff?
Yeah.
For things?
I think that is... Yeah, it's a thing. Because stuff remains unnamed until it's used. Basically, like, declaring you have an item. A thing is a named stuff.
Yeah, so this knife isn't even sharp, it's just kind of like... Kid's knife.
I'd say, Floofy probably looks up the rope with, like, big eyes and is wagging.
It should be a jump rope.
Oh no!
Yeah, but look, Floofy's still looking at the rope and goes, I want that!
Floofy's just like, it's a leash!
I want that!
Rhonda just picks it up, like, puts it into a loop around her arm, and then just kind of awkwardly tries to find a place to put it on
My collar!
Floofy,
My collar!
and then just puts the loop over his head.
And he's just swagging. Floofy's just wagging. So happy.
Ranger Rhonda has tamed the creature. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Floofy wags their tail like a corgi.
Oh, crawlers, do you want anything?
They all kind of gather around Rhonda and stare up at her. They don't have arms, any features, legs, clothing. There's no place to put anything.
Well,
They're
don't they
just
have
kind
legs?
they're a head with two legs, and the legs are incredibly simplistic because they're tiny toy versions, and they just all stare up at Ranger Rhonda.
You could put a push pin on every single one's head.
Rhonda kind of stares down at them for a moment. Look on her face that you're not sure if it's confusion or fear.
No. I know what they can do. Take a paperclip and wrap it around each of their bodies. They have a little, like, spear.
That is actually almost exactly what I was about to do.
Okay.
She goes over to a corner and gets, like a pipe cleaner wire and wraps it around one of the night crawlers, so it looks like he's got little fuzzy wire arms.
You have been designated the violence doer. Yes. I suppose I can stab the fish. In the eye, perhaps, before it consumes me, ending my eternal soul forever.
These are some horrifying toys.
I love them so much! This is why Luke's terrified of them.
I love
This is
them.
what they think inside of their heads.
Yes.
Alright.
Are we going?
Will this serve to kill the anglerfish, brother? No, it will not, brother.
Again, I don't know if you want to fight the anglerfish. It is about 50 times the size of one of you. I would suggest maybe a stealth mission.
I don't know how good I am with that, but...
We can be stealthy.
How big? What? How big is fish?
Anglerfish get big, my man.
Oh, I know. Floofy.
But 50 times a plastic baby?
That's not even as big. Anglerfish would get like 8 feet.
Yeah. He's a big
Like,
boy.
50 inches, that's about Yeah, that's pretty close.
We watched the anglerfish eat the prince and swim away, and it never even knew we were there.
It ate the
Rhonda's
Are we
eyes
thinking-
widen.
Are we thinking 50 night crawlers towed foot, or 50 dropped
she
into a
said
bag and
an
tied together?
exaggerated number?
Yeah. She wasn't being,
But like,
distant.
if we're going 50 from head to toe, that would be 8 feet. But if we're going 50 inside of a bag, that's not very big.
Rhonda's just like, guys, please. My God, if he's been eaten, please go find him. Do you want me to come with you? I will come with you. And she like does a bunch of karate moves. Just see, I'm great.
No, Rhonda. Rhonda, you are needed here.
Harold's like holding the knife, and he's like, I think that would be great, actually.
No, stay, Rhonda. Your
I think
skills are
Rhonda should
needed
come
here
with us.
amongst the people. What would they do without you? Yes, Rhonda, what would they do without you? Nothing. They would do nothing without you, Rhonda. They need you, Rhonda.
I don't know, I think Rhonda should come with us.
Yay!
Agree to disagree.
My gosh,
Yeah,
while
they can
all
walk.
of this is happening, Daisy and Bee enter, and the way they move is like kind of like an octopus. Like they move their heads in like a swimming pattern-ish thing.
Could I get another description of them, please?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I get a description?
They're a pair of light blue tights with daisies and bees on them.
Oh, they're like soft.
They're leggings?
They're
They're
tights.
tights. They're a sock
Tights
puppet.
and leggings are very
Do
different.
they have googly eyes? Or are they just like a sentient pair of pants?
They're a sentient pair of tights.
Okay, but do they have googly eyes to distinct them as a creature?
No, but they do kind of have like the sock puppet mouth thing.
Are these adult tights or kid tights?
Kid tights.
Okay.
They're pretty small.
I mean, they're still probably much larger than us, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe 2.5 times the size of
how
Harold.
old of a kid? 3-year-old?
Baby.
6-year-old? Baby
an
tights.
8-year-old?
Oh, that's
Oh, no.
small.
Yeah.
If we're going
baby?
baby,
Yeah.
Just
that's
a,
like...
a little bit bigger
okay.
than Harold.
I know what you're
Okay.
talking about now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger than Harold. So Daisy and Bee come in, and Daisy goes, "Please, we need you to go find them, please. And Rhonda, we need you here. We need you to help and protect us in case it comes back." Bee goes, "Yes, what are we going to do if it comes back? We need you to protect us."
Exactly, Rhonda. You're needed here, Rhonda. Please stay here, Rhonda. Protect the people, Rhonda. Rhonda.
Harold, like, salutes Daisy and Bee and is like, we'll go head it out right away! We're gonna go find that scout, right?
The scout would be unnecessary.
I think we should find the scout.
I saw where it went. I saw where it went. I saw where it went. I didn't see where it went. I wasn't there.
I'm losing my mind over these dumb night crawlers.
The scout can give us a ride.
We could give you a ride if you so desired, Harold. Yes, Harold, we could give you a ride. Right on us, Harold. We're so many, Harold. Right on our backs, our little heads, Harold.
I don't know what to do.
Rowan's like grown up, like.
Riley,
I
I am
don't
losing
know.
my goddamn mind over
I don't
these.
know what is happening.
The crawlers just think other toys would be unnecessary, would be placing their lives in danger. Yes, thank
Harold,
you.
like, lifts up a foot, like, and kind of looks underneath it and then looks back at the Nightcrawlers. It's like, I don't think that's a good idea.
We would carry you like a dance mob carries a rock star, Harold. Ride the wave, Harold. Ride the wave.
I feel like Floofy just goes to Ron and goes, come with us, you can walk me. And it's doing that sway again.
Rhonda's just like, well, I guess Daisy and Bee are right. I maybe should stay here, but maybe go see if you can find the scout. He'll probably be able to help.
Let's go! Let's go!
And
I
Daisy
think
and
let's
Bee
do
just
it.
kind of nod in unison and octopus their way out of the room.
Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, Harold's gonna march down and try and... What?
That's the sound of their little feetsies.
Okay, I thought someone was, like, pretending to type.
No, that's the sound of their little feetsies.
Alright. Harold's gonna march down the halls of Atlantis, I guess.
Toylantis.
I'm almost positive that did get picked up by the microphone, but you know what? That's okay.
I heard it.
Thank you.
I knew what it was. These dumb nightcrawlers, I love them. Floofy's going to follow and, like, run ahead, like, but then, like, turn back and wait and do the wiggle. Do the wiggle.
Excellent.
Come on, come on, come on!
I will say the Fresno Nightcrawlers, like, try to get under Harold.
Oh no!
They're, like, moving directly under Harold, like, on purpose.
Harold's like, oh, careful, I might squash one of you.
They're swarming under his feet and, like, running around him in circles and stuff.
He's doing, like, the awkward, like, step hop, like, tries to put a foot down, realizes there's one there, sets it, like, slightly to the side, lifts the other foot, tries to set it down, like, is hopping from one foot to the other.
To find Scout, you actually, like, head out of the tunnels, because he's usually outside, going back and forth, doing recon, picking up items and stuff and bringing it back. And, I don't think... I'm just gonna... You see him in the distance.
We see him.
Yeah, he's on his way back, from, like, further down in the depths. He's been, like, scrounging around trying to see if he can find something down there.
Hello, Scout. Hello, Scout. Hello, Scout.
Harold
Hello, Scout.
waves the knife to get his attention. Scout! We need your help!
He sees you and hears you and comes up. And I will say that he's, like, the main scout, and you guys are guards, so you know him, and you generally know his, like, scouting circle of where he usually goes and, like, where he's designated to be. He's not supposed to be down there.
What you doing? What you doing?
What were you doing, Scout? What were you doing, Scout? What were you doing, Scout? Why weren't you at your usual spot, Scout? What were you doing down there, Scout? I don't trust you, Scout.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
This
Scout,
guy.
Scout, Scout!
I
Scout, look, I got a leash!
I was actually looking to see where the prince was and what he was doing so far out here. Do you know how far he was when he was taken?
We can smell your lies, Scout.
What is Scout? Did you describe him yet?
A submarine?
Yeah, Scout.
He's like a little... Yeah, he's a toy submarine.
Oh, he is literally a submarine.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying he has a submarine.
No, he is a submarine.
I
We
love
saw
this.
the prince get taken, Scout. Yes, we saw the prince get taken. I saw. I didn't see. I wasn't there.
So, those of you that were there and saw, did you see anything else?
I don't know. Did we? I'd love to roll for it.
Yeah, how would we? Yeah. I don't
What would that be?
know. Well, if
Think
you're
it through.
Yeah,
think
I
it's
was
think it
looking
through.
at Think It Through, actually.
okay,
Because you get to reveal a fact, which means you get to make it up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, that is an 8. So on a 7 to 8, the GM will tell you one thing that is false in your statement.
didn't you do that exactly last time with
Yep.
Toylantis? And that's how we
That's how
got it.
Toylantis happened. Please, Riley, tell me how there is
So-
another third part of Toylantis.
So the crawlers were all doing their thing, which is standing in an evenly paced perimeter around the entrance to Toylantis. And they saw the prince go out to play. And they watched the prince play. And they watched the prince get to, I would say, a medium distance from the entrance. And then they watched an anglerfish kind of swoop down and eat the prince. And they watched the fish swim away.
Now, what's wrong?
That seems highly uncharacteristic for an anglerfish.
So,
I'm not a little boy. I don't know why.
I
My voice just...
their voice is infectious. You're being slow. You're all being slowly initiated into the hive mind.
Well, I mean, Floofy is a happy little baby.
I don't think there's anything wrong about this, but I'm going to add a fact to something to what you said.
Yeah, like we left out something on accident, or we didn't notice something.
No, I think you did notice, and you're going to tell them this, but I'm just going to alter the meaning of think it through if I say something. I'm just going to add information that you didn't just say.
Sure.
So while you were watching this happen, I think one of the night crawlers who was like on the edge had a better angle to see this. And from like one of the little window openings carved into the wall, are they he, she, or they, or it?
They.
They saw
they use brother, sister, like we, I, all interchangeably. I think one of these times the sentences I'm just gonna they're just going to say the crawlers don't approve of this or something like that.
Yes.
I think each different crawler has uses different pronouns and a different way of speaking and statement, but they all have one brain.
Okay.
It's just they just channel it differently.
So the one on the end, I think they saw from like the angle they were on, because they were on like kind of an outlet over the wall. They saw coming out of a little hole type window carved into the crevice, little drops of candy bar being thrown out and dropped into the pit.
Oh.
I lied, I was there, I did see.
So you relay that to Scout.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about how the crawlers would relay this information, and I was really stuck on it, but I think I have an idea now.
Yeah?
What?
The crawlers suspect sabotage. Yes, sabotage. Murder most foul. Yes, so heinous. So heinous indeed, brother. So heinous indeed, sister. There was Candy. Candy was involved. The beast was lured here.
Scout, turns towards the multiple windows carved into the walls and stuff, and he's just like, do you think you could pinpoint which window it was?
Let's be honest, it was you, wasn't it? I bet it was you, Scout. I bet it was you, Scout. Let's be real here, Scout. This guy.
If Scout had eyebrows, they would be up through the roof.
Come on, Scout.
Actually,
what have you got to hide? What have you got to hide, Scout?
This is my time to reveal. Scout comes down onto the level plane that you're on, onto the little ledge.
More than meets the eyes.
Yep. He lands down on it and starts to unfold, and you see a mech come out of it. He stands up to his full height, which isn't very tall. He's probably half the height of Harold, but much taller than the crawlers. And he says, you would assume that I was the one who tried to kill the prince.
Well, you could be a Decepticon. Turning into a robot doesn't necessarily change anything. Yeah, being a robot doesn't mean trustworthiness, Scout. Yeah, Scout,
I am loyal
to
the queen, and thus to her son.
No, Scout, we don't... Oh, my goodness. Sorry, my voice cracked so hard it hurt my ears. No, Scout, we don't suspect you at all. We just... we're just throwing out ideas.
Crawlers don't know. Jury's still out with the crawlers.
Well, maybe keep your ideas on the table for now, and not through words. We don't know who might be listening, and who might start spreading chaos.
Huh? What? Floofy has been kind of off in a daydream, I don't know what Floofy's been doing, but Floofy has not been there.
I would like to look fierce.
Okay.
Do it.
I I
Roll
think
for a
they like
strong arm.
start stacking themselves on top of each other so that they're at equal height. They're in like a cheerleading pyramid. And that is a 10.
Oh my god. Okay. On a 10 plus, you're fierce. The bully. He's not a bully, though. You guys are bullying him. The
Look
bully
into our
backs down
eyes,
and gives
Scout.
you something to make you go away.
Look into our eyes, Scout, and tell us you are trustworthy. Tell us your heart is pure. Yes, Scout, is your heart pure? We can tell if you're lying, Scout. Is your heart pure, Scout? I want to know if your heart is pure. Is your heart pure, Scout?
I think you're like backing him up against the edge of the cliff, and he's not in submarine form, so if he fell, he would just sink. He's like,
I mean, to be honest, the water's probably so dense down here that sinking wouldn't be very quick.
So
Yeah,
what's the
fair.
what's the deal with Scout?
Scout raises his hands like, I didn't do it. I've been out here. I was out away. I wasn't even here when it happened. I was down there trying to figure out what was going on. There's no reason for the prince to be so far out without a chaperone.
We believe you, Scout. We believe you. I believe you. I believe you. One of the little night crawlers moves over and kisses him on the cheek, and then they all disperse.
He like sighs and he's like, "You're just like the barrel monkeys."
Oh, yes!
Oh no!
Speaking of, I believe it's their break time. And he opens up his chest plate and a whole bunch of barrel monkeys come spewing out.
What?
Oh no!
It's just they're making all these monkey sounds and they're bouncing around and they head inside to lunch.
Alright.
Rowan was just alright.
That's it. That's all I had planned for them.
Monkey business.
I can't breathe.
I didn't know monkeys could pilot a submarine.
They don't pilot me.
Riley, shut up. I'm getting like
So,
This guy.
Scout, now that we've all agreed that, you're not evil,
Pure of heart. Scout is pure of heart.
pure of heart, great, cool. We need a ride.
Of course, I have some very good motors in me that should be able to drag all of you down.
Hold on,
I
let me
would
catch
just
my
like to
breath.
say the crawlers immediately start piling into his chest cavity.
Can I breathe?
They just all just start hopping in.
We're underneath the water.
think-
You don't want to breathe, you'll drown.
I think like half of them fit. Because they
Oh no!
they fit the barrel monkeys because the barrel monkeys like hook together and like puzzle piece into him.
There's
But
also probably fewer.
yeah,
Probably
There's
more
only
like
12
6
of them and
instead
they're
of
so
12.
small.
but also he's like half the size of
He's
Harold.
not that big. Okay.
Oh no!
The ones that can't fit just start to wail.
Riley, I'd like to hear your wailing.
Come on, Riley! I did the terrible hyper-type sound effects. Come on.
We are separated. We are separated. They're going to leave us. They're going to stop loving us. Brother, why have you betrayed us?
Please, calm, please, God. Does anyone know how to calm them down?
One of the crawlers just goes, "You're absolutely right, Scott. This isn't going to work." And then they all just pile out again.
No, they should just, like, flop out in one chunk.
They just fall out. Yeah.
You do know that I can fit more of you when I'm a submarine.
Crawlers look foolish. Crawlers feel foolish.
Lucy's just hopping. He's just like, well, come on, let's go. And like hopping around has way more energy than anyone in that group.
Okay,
See,
so
he's got
Sorry.
two forms. His submarine form, and then his submarine form.
No.
How dare? How
Rejected.
dare? Rejected.
That wasn't Harold, that was me. Harold would never say such a thing.
I'm sorry. We here work for a higher quality at Mark Experience Enterprises, Rowan. I would like you to take this joke back to your desk and rework it and get it back to me before the end of this recording session because this is not up to company policy. I'm sorry.
So Scout turns back into a submarine, and I assume the Fresno Nightcrawlers all pile in.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they fit, but it's a snug fit.
They are under the impression they are driving the submarine.
I don't think the top of the submarine is able to close. It's just stuck open because their heads are all sticking out.
Can Floofy jump on top of the Fresno Nightcrawlers then?
Yes.
Okay,
So
if we all get on the submarine, it can't float or swim.
Yeah, it can. It's got motors in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Floofy's getting on top of them and just kind of flops on his side like that's him.
Yeah.
That's light.
I'm
I think he's lying
imagining
down.
like those toy buses and stuff where it's like the windows and the top bit are
Yeah.
just open. There's no like plastic glass or anything. Harold's gonna very carefully stick his feet in, and his tail is hanging out of the back. And to be honest, that's about all that fits, his feet. He's just gonna he's gonna crouch the rest of his body forward, so he's kind of over both Floofy and the rest of the crawlers.
Floofy is so happy he's wiggling on its side like
Kind of crowded in
God.
here.
Scout.
The
You
Fresno-
are a crowd.
Yo!
damn.
12's a crowd.
I don't think they don't have a comeback for that. They all just stare at Harold with their tiny little painted on black dot eyes.
Can I just say, Riley, I've literally been made lightheaded already because of how hard I've been laughing.
Into the depths we go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Harold,
sure.
his motors go and they kind of sputter a little bit at the weight, but then he just, floats
I'm
off
sorry,
the edge.
whose motors?
Scout?
You said Harold.
Did I say Harold?
Yes.
Oh
Oops.
no.
Harold's motors
Harold's
sputter.
motors!
No!
Harold transforms to reveal he was a Dinobot this whole time.
Scout's motor sputtered. He just kind of lifts himself over the edge and starts to kind of float down, using the motors to make sure he's staying straight. And
Much easier to float down with all of us, isn't it? I just realized that Harold must be so heavy because instead of being plastic, he is absorbing water.
it's true.
Oh no!
So he's almost as dense as the water around him, except
boy.
for whatever material he's made of.
I bet he's flaking a little bit, right? I bet
Yeah.
this
Probably
material
is.
does degrade. Through,
Yeah, it
as
does.
time
After a bit,
goes.
it starts to kind of go
Mhm.
soft on the parts that are still in the water.
Yeah, and starts to disperse. Yeah.
They kind of turn squishy, the outside parts of it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's rubbery, but then at the same time, it just kind of deteriorates
Yeah.
because it's perforated.
We will outlive everyone here.
Yeah. So you guys are floating down into the depths, and it's just getting darker and darker, and eventually,
Harold's clutching the knife. He's like, "Did I mention that I'm afraid of the dark?"
oh no!
It's okay, I can see the deck!
Well, luckily for you, Scout turns on his headlights,
Oh, thank goodness.
and you guys are
Scout
going down.
has headlights?
Yeah.
This is the most elaborate toy submarine in the world.
It's
This is
more
a
like just a
good
little
toy.
LED at the front, but for you guys, it's enough to see.
Still, the crawlers are impressed.
This is that toy that's probably about almost $100 when you buy it.
Yeah. So
I'm sure it might even be more.
he starts to speak, and he sounds a little bit nervous. And he's like, "This is farther than I went searching, so I hope you three are ready for whatever we might find. I
Crawlers
believe
are ready.
I believe I know where the anglerfish's lair is, but I don't want to go there."
Maybe you could, drop us off
You talked such a big game before, Scout. Why are you backing out now?
Bitch.
Yeah, Scout. Why are you backing out now? Are you a coward, Scout?
What if we left one end of the rope with you, and then we took the other end of the rope with us into the lair?
I got a jump rope! I got a jump rope!
That would be smart. Yeah, Scout agrees, yeah.
The crawlers are confused as to why Scout doesn't go in and kill the fish with their gun.
I don't have a gun.
You know, a
Harpoon?
flashlight might have been nice to bring with us, but...
I can
Harpoon?
see in the dark! I can see in the dark!
Do you have a harpoon, Scout?
I have an idea. I
Missiles,
will
maybe?
remain at the entrance of the lair with my light shining in so that you guys can see. And I will hold on to one end of the rope so that if you tug on it hard enough, I will pull you all out at once.
We will be sure to do that with our many arms, Scout. Yeah, Scout, we'll do that with our many arms.
I can shunt you out into the darkness of the depths, so help me.
Scout! Don't be mean!
The crawlers are being mean.
Scout! You know, the crawlers are just being them!
Fight the anglerfish with your trident, Scout. Do you have a trident? Yeah, Scout, do you have a trident?
Do you have a trident?
Oh no! The Scout... We do not have a trident, Scout. We don't have arms. We don't have arms. We wish we had arms. Oh, the sweetness of arms.
Crawlers! Hey! Let's go! Let's go!
He stays quiet for the rest of the ride.
Crawlers just don't understand why Scout, the big cool military robot, is going to stand outside shining lights in at the nocturnal anglerfish, while we all go inside and try to sneak around with lights shining on us.
You all land on the ledge of a little cave, and he just unfolds and shuts you all out of him.
I was gonna say, can Floofy look fierce at the Fresno Nightcrawler to stop bullying Scout?
Goodbye,
God,
Scout. We
please.
hope you find your trident. Yeah. Hope you find your trident, Scout.
You should stop being mean.
That is plus us 1. That's a 9.
Okay,
So-
on a 7 to 9, they back down, but are still wary of you.
So, hey! Let's go do our job! Leave Scout alone! He's our way out! So let's go!
Floofy bares their teeth, which the crawlers are very admiring of.
Oh, it's true.
Floofy's teeth are just always there, because remember Beastie has, like, the tusk? The extra little things?
I'd like to mention that despite being the biggest and literally a T-Rex, Harold is shaking
Oh no!
Oh no!
and clutching the knife close.
Meanwhile, Floofy's just like, let's go!
I don't know about this. Do you think maybe there's like a back entrance or something?
No, this is the only entrance.
I'm not ready for the sweet embrace of death.
Okay.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
So are you going
Yeah,
in
he's-
holding on to one end of the jump rope?
Yeah. I suppose that would be Harold anyways, because Harold's the only one with the...
Is it still around Floofy's collar?
Yeah, you could just tie it to
Yeah,
one end of
sure.
the collar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just one end is on Floofy's collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys head in, and actually isn't too deep. You reach it, you go in, and there's like this kind of cave-like area inside, and on one end, you see the anglerfish. And it's just kind of swimming around aimlessly right now, just in that corner, looking around, trying to find little fish in the corners. Just kind of moving slowly to let them come to him. And on the other side, closer to the entrance, you see Clyde, the prince. And
Describe Clyde.
he's currently hiding behind, like, under, like, a candy wrapper, trying not to be seen by it. But he is, he's a kid Barbie doll, similar to Vivian. It looks like they were supposed to be a set.
Oh, like actually
like
a
Barbie's
moment.
little sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he looks a lot like her. They're both blonde, but he actually has, like, shaved the under part of his hair to look like an undercut. And
Hell yeah.
it looks like he had nice jeans and a t-shirt, but he's, like, torn into it to make it look edgier.
Of course.
I love him.
And he's wearing a black leather jacket.
We see
How,
Clyde.
how much more
Clyde is-
transcoded can you get?
I support all your trans Barbies, by the way. All of them. Every single one.
I guess he's trans now.
Yes.
Of
We
course.
see Clyde. We see Clyde. Clyde is suffering from ennui.
Oh my god!
The crawlers support Clyde's rebel lifestyle.
Clyde's just like, shush, oh my god, he's going to see you!
They're all just swarming around Clyde.
And Floofy goes, come on, let's go, let's go.
I can't go. I'm stuck. And he sticks his foot out from under the candy wrapper, and there's like a fishing line tied to him. And you can see in the light of the anglerfish's light that it trails all the way over to a hook that is stuck in the tail of the anglerfish.
Can I don't know. Would this be like jury rig if I wanted to try and use the knife to cut the string?
What?
Is
Like-
there... Okay,
We could qualify this as a part on Clyde.
Either that or cannibalize.
I would love to help Harold by distracting the fish
Oh,
and
no.
making it move in a way so that the string is easily accessed and like taut for Harold.
I think jury rig because
Yeah.
one of the things I can get from jury rig is it doesn't draw unwanted attention. So
Yeah, let's do jury rig. I think that's probably
Okay.
the best option.
yeah, Harold kind of like shuffles forward, which I guess Harold doesn't make too much noise because he isn't exactly like hard plastic.
Yeah.
And he kind of like pulls out the knife. He's like, "Here, let me try something."
While this is happening, one of the night crawlers just swims in front of the fish.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
So are you gonna roll help someone?
Yeah, I'm rolling to help. And if it goes badly, I'm eaten, and that's okay, because there's 11 more of me.
I just want all of them to wail, brother!
I got a 6 plus 2, so that's 8.
Alright.
I got a 9.
On a 7 to 9, choose one, grant +1 on their next move, take the consequences of failure on their next move for yourself. Nothing breaks as a result of your help. Or someone
Or
else can
someone
help
else.
too, point to the next helper. What? Why is that an option?
It's probably meaning like a teamwork thing, like, oh, here, someone else can help if it brings you up to. If I can
I
bring you
will
up
Oh,
to.
I
take
see.
the-
If you didn't do well, your option could be to have someone else also help. Because I
Yeah.
think you can only usually have one person help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I take the consequence of the mixed success onto myself,
Mm.
Okay.
which
What?
I assume one of them is just eaten.
Yup.
That brings me to a 9.
Home.
To choose one, successfully repair.
Oh wait,
modify
you
the
got
part.
you got a 9?
I had
But
an
with
8.
that +1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't grant you a +1 anyway. He chose to take the consequences of the failure.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, because
So I
I
got an 8.
realized the +1 wouldn't help you, but then you were so
8. You successfully repair or modify the part. The target gains move. Doesn't use up your stuff, or it doesn't draw unwanted attention. Successfully modify, which is cutting it.
Yeah. So you're able to cut through the fishing line, and it's a strong fishing line, but you're able to get through it. And a Fresno Nightcrawler is dead.
Yeah, one of the Fresno Nightcrawlers like swims in front of the fish to act as bait so that it moves in a way that it's easy for Harold to deal with the string, and is just like
Does this
If I
break my knife?
No, because
Like-
I've taken the consequences.
But like I'm using the stuffer things.
Oh yeah, fair.
So I don't know how that counts. Using the stuffer things.
I think you still have
one of the
it, but
options is it doesn't use up your stuff, so technically this does use up my stuff,
yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Because
it
I
would
can
then.
which is
I
fine.
think it it blunts
I blunt
it.
the knife by cutting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it blunts it.
So Harold just kind of tosses the knife now. Harold's gonna pick up Clyde in his tiny little arms.
Yeah, plus you gotta go anyway, because after the anglerfish just chomps over this tiny little Fresno Nightcrawler and swallows it, he sees all of you and starts swimming towards you. And
Let's go.
this thing is huge, guys.
Yep.
Like,
Harold picks up Clyde and starts running.
this is specifically a Giganticus, which is a whip-nosed anglerfish, and is like 5 feet long.
Do we need to roll run away?
Probably, yeah.
I think
Where
that's
is
a
that?
good one.
It's on the
There
third
it is.
page.
Yeah, run away. When you have to avoid getting physically damaged, yeah.
Could I help out Harold, Beastie, and Clyde by sacrificing more of the crawlers?
Oh no.
So you aren't running away, you're just...
They're all just like jumping at it and getting
Oh
eaten.
no! Okay.
I mean, I don't need help.
I'm going to, oh yeah, I need help. Scrounge, I have a -1 to that. So I sound like
Crawlers live.
Doggo.
Crawlers live. Crawlers are ready for sweet release of death.
That's a 9, so that was a 9, so if you were helping.
I can give you a +1
no.
to pop you all the way up to 10.
To 10, yes.
Scout, I was gonna roll for Scout to try and help you guys out, but he rolled a 6.
No!
Yeah. So I assume I lose another little crawler into the maw.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I got a 10.
Oh, nice.
Clyde is safe with me.
And Floofy made it well with, how many Fresno Nightcrawlers are left now?
There's only 10.
There's 10 out of 12.
So, Clyde, what? Scout pulls on the rope, but since you guys are all there and it's really heavy and now you have an extra person, he's like trying to pull you, but it's really slow. But as you guys are pulled out of it and start going up, the anglerfish loses sight of you and you're able to get away.
Woo! I feel like Floofy does that little like growl and bark, but it's
By the way, Harold's not putting Clyde down. Harold's gonna hug Clyde until they're back home.
Yeah, Scout brings you all the way back to the entrance of Toylantis and sets you all down on the ledge, and then transforms back into Mech.
By the way, Floofy has been like on Clyde, like doing the wiggle, like, asking for like pets the entire time.
Oh, he pets you now.
Yes!
Because now he has hands.
Harold walks Clyde up to the entrance of Atlantis and then finally sets him down and kind of like pats his head. He's like, "Alright, are you okay?"
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Oh, good. Oh my goodness.
That was real
Harold's,
scary, though.
So visibly relieved.
I don't want to go outside anymore.
Let's go find your mother.
Before you leave, Scout kneels next to Clyde and says, "Clyde, what were you doing down there?" And Clyde just kind of shuffles his feet a little, like, "Well, I wanted to go further out and it gets so boring here. I just wanted to see what was outside. And Daisy and B said it was okay." And Scout just, and stands back up.
Wait a second.
We get it now.
I thought Daisy and Beast were, like, didn't want you to go out. And they were like, someone else was watching you.
Well, the Nightcrawlers are always watching.
We're always watching, it's true. We're always watching. We're always watching. We're always watching. I wasn't there.
They said that I would be safe out here. Because there's so many guards.
We did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did say that. I did.
Who said that? Who said
Daisy and B said that, to be clear.
that?
Scout just, like, puts a hand on Clyde's back and is like, "Well, let's go inside for now. Your mother will want to see you."
I think someone needs to tell Daisy and Bee that it's not very safe to let the prince wander out so far.
I'll do it! I'll do it! You can tell Floofy's like getting mad. Someone should hold Floofy.
Harold's clueless
I'll do it!
to the very obvious deception here.
I'll bite their heads off! 'Cause he's
Oh my
a dog.
gosh.
He's a little dog!
Daisy and Bee were not pure of heart.
Oh my god!
You chose poorly.
So close. I was so close. Yes, you were close, brother. Thank you, sister.
So you
So,
guys...
Yeah, we gotta go return the prince.
Yeah, so you guys bring him back into the courtroom, and Vivian just, as soon as she sees him, she runs to him and just starts sobbing as she hugs him. Like, she was freaking out. And he's just awkwardly shuffling again, like, Mom, please, stop, you're making this really awkward.
Floofy's going to do the dog thing of both of them because he's so happy.
And Vivian takes Clyde by the shoulders and just, what do you think you're doing? What are you doing out there? You're not supposed to leave. And Clyde's just like, I don't know. I thought it would be fine. And Vivian stands back up and tries to compose herself. She's like, thank you, you three. Floofy, Harold, Crawlers, thank you so much. I was so worried about him.
Crawlers have suffered a great blow this day. Yes, crawlers have suffered a great blow. Great blow. Great blow. I miss my siblings.
There's a moment where she, like, does a head count. And then she's like, oh no, there's 2 of you missing.
Hold on, Riley, just this is like question out of character. Okay, so the anglerfish just swallowed them whole. Do they still, like,
Oh yeah, they're
hear
100% still alive in there, yeah.
Oh,
Well, they might
no.
get digested by the acids
No, I know, but
eventually.
do they hear the night crawlers eating the fish?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Oh my god!
The fish is just
I
minding
was-
its own damn business and it's hearing voices in its stomach.
I was gonna ask if the 2 crawlers could escape together later when we had a chance to roll for it.
Maybe.
Nice.
Please?
Let's roll for that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Harold's gonna step up and is like, I think someone needs to tell Daisy and Bee to keep a better eye on the prince and not let him go wandering off.
Yes, I'm sure. She must have been busy. Oh.
I'll tell him
Oh my god.
Busy as a bee?
little angry dog! It's a Pomeranian!
She turns towards a plastic dragon on next to the door. Well, not
Oh my
the door.
goodness,
There's no
they're so
doors.
cool.
Next to the
You
entrance.
could have taken the giant plastic
Harold's
dragon!
jealous.
What?
No, it's smaller than you, Harold. It's like those ones that we used to have that were just the hard plastic,
But it's
that were like
dragon.
about hand sized. And
You
Vivian's
know how
like,
cool those things are for Michaels? They're like $15 each.
Gelron, would you please go find Daisy and Bee? I certainly need to talk to them after this. And Gelron just like shrugs and leaves.
I suspect Daisy and Bee have flown the coop. I suspect Daisy and Bee have fled, shamed for their crimes. Yes, shamed for their crimes. They are not pure of heart. They are not pure of heart.
Wouldn't that have been swum the coop?
They all turn and stare at Harold, just unblinking.
Sorry, I can't keep my characters from giving puns. It's
No,
just
it's
a thing I
great.
do.
I love it. Vivian turns to the crawlers and she's like, what crime? What are you talking about?
The crawlers all start speaking at once, but they're all saying different things, so it all just comes out as, like, nonsense, like, gibberish.
Like that?
Yeah, just they're all speaking at once, but they're all saying different things until they finally, like, they all stop. They all take a step back except for one, which takes a step forward, and it goes... I was there. I saw it all.
Oh my god!
And I would like to roll for having saw it all.
Okay, think it through
Do
then.
it.
Vivian kneels in front of the Fresno Nightcrawler waiting for its response.
She's like one of the few people that are not daunted by this, and I love it.
How does a 12 treat you?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
A 12!
How does a 12 treat you?
On a 10 plus, you are completely accurate. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so
I'm so ready to hear this.
Please. Please.
I just
In character, please.
In character.
I want there to be a montage of the crawlers watching the prince talk to Daisy and Bee, watching like it's the same scene of them just watching Clyde get eaten and dragged away by the anglerfish earlier, like the exact same one, but it reveals one of them isn't there. Like the montage goes back in time and like watches Daisy and Bee talk to Clyde, just like it's in the background, just standing there staring, watching them talk.
Oh my
And
god.
it also is in the background as Daisy and Bee like find a candy bar and wrap around it and like drag it away. And then it goes back and it's like, when I said I wasn't there, I was actually telling the truth. I wasn't lying about not being there. I saw it all. For you see, Daisy and Bee are not purified. They've been plotting against you. Yes, they've been plotting against you. Yes, most unscrupulous, not purified.
Let me out! Let me out! Someone please hold on to this little dogs.
Jamie, can we have a one shot that like goes into government surveillance, but with the
I'm not done! I'm not done!
Now you know how I was feeling earlier. I'm going to establish that Riley is the true MVP of this.
Harold thinks about it for a moment, and then is like, so Daisy and Bee are the bad guys?
And Floofy goes, let me at him! Let me at him!
We would have said something, but we were really interested in the political intrigue.
Oh my god. Vivian stands and her face is like steeled now. She is pissed. And Gelron comes back in and he's got a pair of tights in his mouth. And they are flailing everywhere, struggling to get out. And Gelron spits it out onto the floor. He's like, found him. They were trying to escape through one of the windows. They got stuck.
Oh no, when Floofy sees them, Floofy is gonna go. Floofy is going to,
Oh
Go
no.
after them?
Goodness. A dog with a toy, just...
no, that's literally what's gonna happen. And you know when the dog, like, grabs it and just viciously shakes
Yeah.
something? That's what it is. Can I roll fight song?
Yes? I don't.
Yes!
A fight song is
That
a
is-
montage. I don't know if you're montaging.
Are we just gonna like?
I think that would look fierce,
like
actually.
murder this person
Look fierce?
without
Okay.
like without a judge or jury? Just like we're like, well,
No,
bye.
Stopping Floofy!
We got a witness,
I think what you're
It's
doing is
true.
look fierce.
and the queen is here, right next to us.
Yeah, I'm looking fierce, so let's see how this goes. That failed.
Oh no.
Floofy tried, but then it's remembered Floofy does not have an actual
Yeah,
mouth.
Floofy runs over and tries to pick up Daisy and Bee, but just like kind of rubs his face into them. And Daisy and Bee just kind of slide out from under him.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Harold's just like, I can't believe you would do that.
That brat was going to die anyway, sooner or later. He's always going about trying to just hurt himself. I was just getting it done faster so that we would have a better heir.
Just someone please grab Floofy, because Floofy will try again. Please.
Crawlers think Daisy and Bee are making excuses. Crawlers would like to point out that we are basically immortal.
The little brat won't listen to me at all. He always does what he wants, and he's calling me names behind my back. And Vivian just grabs the two of their little legs / heads. You will not talk about my son that way. And she just goes over to Gelrond. Put him in the prison. And Gelrond chomps its maw over the two of them and takes them down the halls.
Bye Daisy, bye Daisy, bye Daisy, bye Daisy, bye Bee, bye Bee, bye Bee.
Oh, you hear their screams down the hall fading of just, you'll regret this! He'll be a terrible king! There could have been so much better princes! And she's taken away.
Crawlers don't regret anything ever. Crawlers don't know how to regret. Crawlers live for a moment.
Vivian just sighs and she's like, honestly, I should have seen this coming. She was always the spiteful one. Should have acted sooner on it. Thank you again for all of this and finding the culprit. Should have guessed it was one of my own court. I was going to say I hope nothing too bad has happened while you were out there, but then I remembered 2 of the Nightcrawlers are gone. And now we cut down to the 2 Nightcrawlers.
Yes.
Yes!
I would like to roll fight song, please.
Okay, yeah, that's a fight song.
Oh my goodness, a montage of the Nightcrawlers busting their way out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does one of them have the paperclip still on them?
No, one of the one that has a paperclip is still with the group.
Aw.
Damn! Do you know how epic it would have been to just have the paperclip?
That would have been pretty great. All characters damage 1 part. Oh, so that means I would lose 1 anyway. Okay, so I can't fight song.
No.
Because one of them would have to break. Oh, unless we want to do a sad scene where one of the Fresno Nightcrawlers sacrifices itself for the other one.
No!
Oh no!
Oh no, is there anything else we can do? You can
We
make
could
a
have an
bargain.
entire action movie surrounding these 2 Nightcrawlers.
You can make a bargain.
Okay, hear me out. Cannibalize. When you break
Oh my
something
God.
to get stuff out of it, roll plus strong arm.
Are you just gonna
Oh.
break the fucking fish?
My God.
A red.
They
Big-
just kick out the teeth and use them as they put their little feet into the teeth and use them as new tall legs.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright. Roll cannibalize, my man.
Yeah, sure done. That is a 9.
Oh, it is
Okay,
7 to
so-
9. You get the stuff, but choose one from the following list. It already belongs to someone. The
It
fish.
already
Yeah, it belongs to
someone.
the fish.
Yep.
Yeah, the fish. And then it says take -1 in your next smile roll.
It's
Which
rude
I'm
to
not gonna
break
do that.
things. Take 1 on your next smile roll.
So
It's rude to eat people too.
Alright, let's hear this.
we're so sorry that we lost 2 of the crawlers, and the crawlers all just start to softly wail. And it smash cuts, and we see the anglerfish just missing several teeth, and 2 little and we see tiny little footprints in the sand. As the fish just roils around, confused as to what happened.
How are they gonna get back up the ravine?
They can swim. It's just
Crawlers
gonna
know.
take a bit.
Crawlers always know where other crawlers are.
Ugh.
Come, brother. Yes, sister. Do you need help? I don't need help. Do you need help? I don't need help. Do you need help? No, I'm good.
And
What about you?
So
I'm
we cut back to the courtroom, and honestly, I think it's been enough time of where she is condoning your loss, and then in come the two Nightcrawlers on their new legs.
They're wearing, like, they've shoved their legs into the teeth to just give them weird, tall, like, stilt teeth.
My tallest.
And they have fish blood all over them. And they just walk into the courtroom, and one of them goes, "Brother, did you reveal that the culprit was Daisy and B yet, or should I?" "No, I already revealed the culprit." "Oh, thank you, brother." "No, you're welcome. I was happy to do it." "Oh, yeah, I would have been happy to do it as well." "Oh, did you want to do it?" "I would have liked to do it."
Harold turns, sees the bloody Nightcrawlers, and just faints.
Oh no! Harold, no!
He's just like, oh dear.
Floofy goes over to them and tries licking them, but again, Floofy has no teeth. No actual mouth. So Floofy's just like pressing the nose against the blood.
"Floofy, do you want teeth?"
Who hired you into my royal guard?
"Marcus threw us down here. Marcus didn't love us. Marcus threw us away."
Hey Mark Experience listeners, it's end credits time. I know you love hearing this part, but I like to remind you guys that you can find us on Tumblr, Instagram, and even TikTok. And if you like to buy the music, you can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. We also have a constantly growing collection of merch at redbubble.com/people/mark-experience, where you can buy posters and shirts and stickers and all that. If you want to support your favorite editor and musician, you can head over to my Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/Jamie Remy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. Mark Experience can be located basically anywhere podcasts exist now, so you can listen wherever's easiest. See you next episode!
Crawlers noticed that all the villains in ToysRyou are clothing.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
okay,
I was
meant by
talking about at the
typecast.
beginning of the session. I realized I accidentally typecasted the socks.
I just let them break the meta about
Okay,
that.
next
though.
session we should all be socks and just
But we're like plotting to overthrow a government. Like we're 100% cloak and dagger, like all the way villain.
It'd be very topical if we led a rebellion of socks.
This actually fits the next idea I have.
Amazing. Let's do it.